how you came to be involved with this project.
Well, yeah, it goes back a number of years. I think, even though it was slightly before my time, growing up as a fan of boxing to some degree, I wasn't the biggest ever, but that era I think has such a long shadow over the sport, and it was such an interesting time, and the social issues connected with it. And I think like most people, it was Muhammad Ali's legend, which was so fascinating to me. But I'd always been kind of enamored by Joe Frazier as a person. I think I just felt that his story outside of that legend and outside of that rivalry had never been told. And the gym, the story of his gym, the work he did there, that was part of his life for so long, for 40 years. Those fights with Ali, 3 nights in his life, he's been on that gym for 40 years. And everything where he came from and everything in his life, he kind of meaning in the wider context beyond the sport.
I noticed that are you British? Okay, let's make sure. And I noticed a lot of the film, there was a whole sequence shot in London, I assume, or somewhere in the UK. Could you talk about, were you there and talk about that experience?
Yeah, we filmed. Quenell came over, we followed Joe, and Les was there. And you're quite frequent, actually, or have been over the last few years. I think you only need to see, as I have, the way Joe is treated when he goes over there. It's such an iconic global figure. People flock to him, and you see the way people reacted to his death today, as though the world has finally remembered, everything he did and how important a figure he was. And it was sad to see his situation in Philadelphia, the situation with the gym, and someone of that global iconic status to be doing what he was doing and being where he was.
So let's have to ask the million-dollar question: what's the status of the gym, and will it ever go back?
The gym was sold a couple of years ago. It had a lot of damage done to it. Unfortunately, I met Joe 7 years ago. He had been mismanaged for more than 3 decades, and the gym was one part that had not been managed well. We're going to be looking at licensing his name and some ideas he and I came up with, perhaps set up gyms and fitness centers around the world, if we know anybody who's a billionaire or something to do that. But
Was it back taxes, or what really brought the gym down?
well, part of it was neglect in the building, and part of it is the manager. Joe was not a businessman.
Sure.
All right, and when you don't pay your taxes for 14 years, you're in trouble. So that. But Michael was saying, the key to Joe is so much more than the boxers, which you saw here. He was one of the most generous and gracious individuals I've seen. One of my favorite stories is one night he said to me, Les, you got to do this thing I want to do tomorrow. I said, Joe, I can't do it. I got to get my car fixed. 8 o'clock in the morning, my doorbell rings. There he is with a toolkit. And my neighbor said, is that Joe Frazier under the hood of your car? I said, no, it's George Moore. We would drive down a highway and you see a car broken down. We had to pull over and help the person.
You guys saw that as well?
Yeah, we were driving around in the old neighborhood there by the Pal Gym. We picked up a guy. I'll not say he was quite homeless, but he was not in a good way. And Joe knew him from years ago. Probably not seen him for 20 or 30 years. We pulled over, we bunched up, and gave him a lift to where he was going. That's the time.
He was incredibly generous man, and he gave him credit.
Incredibly generous, incredibly kind. Afterwards today, we'll bring I've seen Joe where he was hired for appearance. Basically, you're hired for an hour, 2 hours. Long as there was a man there to take a left. In fact, when I first took him on as a client, I didn't know who this man was. But he and I were going to a meeting in New York. And my background is marketing, not information. But we went into going to this building, we were late for a meeting. Fans came over. Joe,
I thought there was a telling comment by Larry Holmes about when he said, I'd do anything for Ali in a minute, and I'd do something for Joe Frazier in a second. I was like, wow.
There's an interesting story.
Sure.
Larry was a sparring partner for Joe Wolff. There's a lot of interesting stories related to Joe and his fight.
Sure.
I wasn't there on the fight where he was describing the second fight. I said, how was it? He said, well, let's put it this way. He was hugging me so much I thought he was going to kiss me. And then Brother Quenell in the first round, Ali would tell us, I'm done. And he's killing me. But most people were not aware that Joe fought his whole professional boxing career on his left eye. And it was only when his right eye was closed that he punched the towel. It actually stood up. Look at the films of the fight. Ali was
So, Mike, I want to ask you some filmmaker questions. I mean, how did you get involved in this? How long did it take to do this, and sort of the creative process?
Yeah, it was probably around 5 years ago, this week exactly, around about this time I first went out and met with Les and Joe out in the gym in Philadelphia in Marvis, Joe's son, and told them, what I was hoping we could do. And said, we're not got all the backing we need to do it, but we're prepared to do our best to do the film we want to do. And Quenell and I then probably went home maybe 6 months after that. We spent a few days in Philadelphia with Joe, put together the taste room. It took a long time. I think we scraped together money to go out filming, go wherever we needed to go to get the interviews. We had to go to Houston to get George Foreman, to see Larry Holmes, to get Larry Bunch, we had to go to Las Vegas. We just did what we had to do for the kind of Angelo and David Drew, whatever, 4 hours to see the
Was that, yeah, like he was outside, it was a box with the...
Yeah, that's the world, what's the Hall of Fame?
I gotta say, one of the most impressive speakers in this film was Bernard Hopkins, with a lot of passion and heart. Talk about his relationship with Frazier, and so I just thought he was one of the most powerful forces, and actually knowing his journey as a fighter as well.
Yeah, well, he'd obviously gone there, as he said in the film, as a young boy, been in the gym, and he'd been boxing from a young age. He's kind of given it up and drifted off, and then ended up in prison and all the rest of it. He was at Joe's gym again briefly after he came out of prison. His career really didn't start in Joe Frazier's gym, it was elsewhere, but still, I think as a Philadelphia fighter from North Philadelphia as well, he was aware of the legacy of Joe Frazier in that city, and the importance of that gym as a safe haven, as he calls it, a place where people could go and they were free to be able to at least dedicate themselves to something positive.
So for the non-boxing fan, what is a Philadelphia fighter? You guys want to jump in? What makes a Philadelphia fighter? Because that's a phrase I've heard over the years of Philadelphia fighters. You want to jump in, Les?
Actually, I'm probably the worst person to do that.
Okay.
I knew nothing about boxing until Joe. The only boxer I was familiar with was Jersey Joe Wolff. That was my fan. And I look at everything from Mark.
Okay. Well, so you guys, now, in terms of where you are, you took 5 years on and off. What's sustained you? What made you kept coming back? Because it had to be very difficult.
Yeah, I'll bring Quenell in here as well, because he's a big part of it. It has been. I mean, there's times when we thought people are, like you see the reaction today, and you just wonder if people remembered what we thought. Unbelievable, we have access to Joe Frazier, this access. Someone of such an iconic status. We couldn't believe what we had, the footage we had, and the style in which we filmed it. We had much money, just all fairly intimate stuff. And people weren't reacting to it the same way we thought what we had, you know what I mean? But now you see what's happened, and hopefully this is something that tells part of the story, maybe fills in a few gaps for people who know it.
I guess for me personally, as the cinematographer, just trying to capture the essence of Joe Frazier gym. And one thing that I've noticed just traveling around with Joe Frazier and going to the gyms is that Joe Frazier gym actually felt like a community center. Versus while you go to the other gyms like Joe and others, it felt like you go there to train, to box, and to succeed. While Joe Frazier, I mean, you had kids running around and pretty much playing with boxing gloves and everything at the story. So it was that essence that I felt that was very different from a lot of the gyms. I personally felt it was just like the community said, especially because I'm living in the hood myself, so I understand that sort of angst and a place to go. And Joe Frazier was that place to go.
I gotta say, I'm one of those people who, everyone has the perception that all black Americans were for Ali. I actually was a Joe Frazier fan, and so was my mother. And we respected Ali, but we thought Ali talked a little too much. And one of the things that the film gets at a bit, and kind of from Joe's side, is his feelings about. I had forgotten that Ali had the thing where he had the stuffed animal of gorilla of Frazier, which was raw. That's raw. So I know we have a lot of people here. We have some time, so I'd love to hear questions from the audience, sir.